Each year's been slightly different for me as you know, as a blues lover myself, but this year when you think of that funk and soul crossover, I tell you, Benny C and the Associates who are coming over from Adelaide, everyone's going to love them. I think also Ezra Lee and the Havoc Band are one to watch, but also with the funky soul stuff. Look, it was one of those ones that was pitched to me if he was available, but Cook It on Three Burners with Stella Angelico and Tex Perkins. Now, Stella Angelico's mother, her stage name was Peaches, and she was a very well-known cabaret singer. I think had a couple of pop hits as well, but Stella in her own right is sort of, you know, crosses over in that Kylie Aldist vein.
Okay.
And Cook It on Three Burners, fantastic sort of soul, Hammond-based blues R&B band. And then Tex Perkins, a unique Australian artist out the front. I'm really excited about that. And of course, a couple of interstaters that are coming down. Well, one is of course 1920, but Cleveland Blues, who just rocked up in their convoy of rigs out the front. Claude Hay, who you'd know, of course, he's been in here on Blues on the Hill. Yeah. Claude put me on to, you know, look, Claude's a very, you know, got a discerning music taste, and he's not the kind of guy that gets in your ear about acts. And I said to him, who do you see when you're out on the road that would go really well for Blues Train and for Motor City Music Festival and for Chuka and all the things I do? And he said, get in touch with these guys, Cleveland Blues. So Claude, you know, when they first pulled up into town, I said, you guys owe Claude Hay a drink, because they've been great. And Marshall O'Kell, Marshall and the Pride. Now Marshall's another act that we don't get down here enough from Ballina, and I'm just so glad he's coming down on the Friday night.
He's about the only one. He's a blues rapper, isn't he? Like his new album, it's sort of a lot of rap and a bit of sort of blues, sort of hip hop.
Yeah, look, I just think it's a natural synergy of the music. He's certainly one of the northern New South Wales's biggest acts, like huge up there, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, who said it? Was it Manning Clark, The Tyranny of Distance in Australia? There's a lot of great acts that we just can't get over. I've been in touch with so many more that just I'm so keen to try and get. And if I could, I would, Baz. And I got to say too, have you caught Mick Dogg's Boneyard from California?
I love Mick Dogg.
Mate,
Mick Dogg.
He's like a psychedelic version of Chris Russell's Chicken Walk, but it's psychedelic.
He is.
It's sort of like the Grateful Dead meets R.L. Burnside. How's my descriptions for everyone? I've got one for everyone, but
perfect.
I'm so glad that Mick can do it. Mick's had to pull a lot of shows. He's had some bad hearing issues. I'm so glad he's coming back to do this gig. Matt Borg Trio, really great little soul funk.
Now that's a new one. See, I've never heard of them.
Yeah, no, mate. I've just booked Matt Borg for some train shows as well. Really funky little blues crossover, a little bit of soul, you know, heavy bass lines, really good rockin' little band. I think Matt Borg's going to be another one. One that you put me onto too, Rattlin' Blowns Blackwood. Thank you for that one. What I do, mate, is there's 4 stages of blues pretty much all weekend, but each day one of the stages is something a bit different, because that was something about making it a bit more broader appealing. I mean, you and I love our blues music, but I wanted something. So Friday night I'm doing Girls and Glam. Saturday we do a tribute to tributes, and Sunday we do a country music stage. So the big outdoor stage each day themes differently, and the indoor pavilions are pretty much, they've got their roots pretty deep in the blues.
Magnificent. Now this is a preview of next week's show, because next week...
Who's in next week, Baz? Pray do tell.
I have Mr. Mick Dogg Boneyard is coming in.
Oh, you do? Is he going to play?
He's going to come in and play. I also have Miss Lizzie. She's going to come in and play. And, of course, from the UK, Mr. Gwyn Ashton is going to come in and play. So we've got a little mini...
Well, that's going to be an interesting little cornucopia of music here, Baz.
It is. We've got a mini Motor City festival going on Blues on the Hill next week. It's a 2-hour special. I'm going to play all those people that Hugo's talked about. We're going to be spinning their music, and then we're going to have those wonderful artists live in the studio talking blues, singing blues, making...
Can I just interview you, because, you know, I can't help myself. Baz, who are you most looking forward to see? Have you got one that you haven't seen? I mean, you've seen a lot. Have you got someone that's tickled your Baz fancy?
On your lineup?
Oh yeah, why not?
Maybe that one you talked about. That
Benny C and the Associates?
No, I know.
Have you called them?
I spin Benny C. That other one you talked about, that little group.
Matt Borg Trio.
Matt Borg Trio.
See.
Yeah.
For you, Baz, it's the journey of discovery. You see, for some people it's about familiarity. For others, it's a journey of discovery.
That's
Don't
what
think,
it's all
fellas, I think
about.
it is. And I think that's what I like about music festivals, in that it's the act. Sometimes the act you most want to see, you end up watching some of, and then you end up engrossed in some smaller act that you may not have necessarily caught. And I think that's the journey of discovery.
That is, and you show me new stuff, and then that's what it's all about.
Or you could end up in a crumpled heap with me at the end of the night.
In that wonderful juke joint. You're back with Baz. You are listening to Blues on the Hill. It's the Oz Blues Hour. That was the Blues Train from Cleveland Blues. Cleveland and Bam Bam in the studio. About to go live. We're going to do a live one.
We'll have a go. I do a little song called Like a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, sounds good.
Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
The studio has filled with people, as it always does.
Yeah.
When we get good blues in this studio, the studio fills up.